いらっしゃいませ。お客様。
いらっしゃいませ。
Welcome back to Cabaret Club Czar, and in this part, we're going to be training our hostess, and it'll be Club Mars's defeat. So, when you're training your hostess, doesn't matter which one, whether it be Yuki or the other 5 we're going to be getting after we defeat the clubs, you're going to have to spend 5 sessions with each girl. And as you do so, you're trying to make sure that these sessions go pretty well. Because if these sessions are perfect, your girl is going to gain level, and it will definitely be a pretty handy ally when you're going after the remaining clubs, because Club Mars is going to be spanked by the end of this part. Anyway, there's also going to be dates in between, or dates slipped in between certain sessions, so you got to be on the lookout for those, and I'll make sure I post them on there. But if you want the best experience points for all of your hostesses, try to shoot for a perfect. So now it's time to show off the answers to all of the sessions, because there's 4 responses in total. And as I go on, I'm showing you the proper response for all 4 of the first session. That way, you will be able to get it done and get it right the first time. Feel free to pause, because it'll actually help you out in the long run. You do these right, you should be getting something like this at the end of the session. If you don't, well, here's the thing. Don't feel discouraged. A bad session means you get to start all over again. That just means it'll take a little bit longer for the train, but you don't actually get any, well, at least your hostess doesn't get any experience with a bad session. Perfect, definitely. And now for the second section's responses. I went there and put the part where I made the right response there, and again, you might want to pause, because these can actually be a little bit tricky, and some of them may not even raise the bar as much, but they're still the right answer. But at the end of the day, what I'm giving you is probably the best answer, and I'm going to skip, because that was a perfect session, to the third session. Just give a proper response right here and here. I mean, some of the reactions that Yuki makes is hilarious. Here's another response right here. And this is also for the 4th one. And there you go. Perfect right there. Now, here's the thing. With Yuki, all you gotta do is do 75% or better and beat Yuki at disco dancing for the date. The reason why I say that is because people think you might have to go for a perfect. You don't, as far as for her date's concerned. And as for all the sessions in the 4th session, I'm just giving you the responses right here. Again, pause to slow down. And lastly, for the final session, which is going to be right about now, this one's a little bit different, because if you manage to get a perfect in all 5 sessions, something special happens aside from raising Yuki's level higher than what it already is. And remember, folks, after you beat the 5 sessions, you can also come back to it. But first, you have to do the substory attached. Remember I said there was 5 substories attached, or at least substories attached in general? This is one of them. And Majima is basically shocked that Yuki somehow managed to get a boyfriend. But it's not just Majima that's shocked, it's also Yoda. Because for the long time that he knows Yuki, he knows that there was no way Yuki could get a boyfriend. And here's the reason why. His reason basically is the fact that Yuki is a plain, flat-chested wallflower who never had a boyfriend. That is just horrible. Poor Yuki. I mean, yeah, she is a ditz, but they don't have to make fun of the woman. I know they're teasing her, but still. Majima also mentions that even though Yuki's a plain flat-chested wallflower, what the hell is he doing attracting plain flat-chested wallflowers to his business? Which is true. So yeah, what we're practically going to be doing is eavesdropping on Yuki to find out who this boyfriend is and what exactly is his angle. And if Yuki is in any immediate danger. There is a reason we're doing this, by the way, in case you're wondering. This, aside from completion point, going towards a member of, or fighting a member of the Amon family, which you practically have to complete all of the side stories in Majima's side or Kiryu's side in order to pull that off. There's still the matter of actually having to get the reward from this side quest, which in turn will go towards Mr. Libido. So with that said, these guys are literally watching her like a hawk. Like actual concerned parrots. This is so fucking hilarious. I mean, it's understandable because you never know who Yuki may get, but this is actually pretty fucking hilarious. And to see the side of Majima, it's actually something that is endearing. That's why I love this character so much. And this is the man that Yuki picked up. Or at least is picking up Yuki. And of course, Majima has his doubts. This is probably the reason why he's eavesdropping on her. Because he thinks that she may be conned or in trouble. Well, at least you know that Majima actually cares about his employees. By the way, where was this in Yakuza? Oh wait, no, actually no, he actually cares about his employees in later games too, when he starts businesses. But that's not the point. Point of the matter is, he's trying his best. This looks hilarious. I'm sorry. I was in the middle of saying something, but I just happened to see Majima just standing over there with one eye patch. This shit's hilarious. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a playthrough, but I can't help but laugh. But there is a reason why I'm showing this playthrough off. There is or at least this sub-story here. There is 2 parts to this sub-story that you're going to have a multiple choice in. Both of which, just watch it. Just watch the situation unfold. That's all you gotta do. Don't try to rush in like some moron. Because I know that despite the situation, that's exactly how it looks. It looked like one of those situations where you have no choice but to rush in like a moron to make sure that Yuki's okay. But no, I advise against it. So, with that said, keep observing. Like in the PlayStation 3 version, it would be keep watching. So they changed the dialogue here. And that also applies to the Xbox version and the Steam version as well. Anyway, if you if you keep watching, it would be revealed that the guy standing right next to Yuki is actually her dad. Well, at least not at this point. I had to think about that for a second, but he does reveal that he's getting remarried. And now Majima's more distrustful because he doesn't understand the situation. Just keep observing. Do not step in under any circumstances. And this is probably the easier of the 5 hostesses side quests, because the other side quest that involves the rest of the hostess have you probably whooping someone's ass. Not probably, definitely. You will be definitely whooping someone's ass. And now the two are going to find out that she's been talking to her dad the entire time. That the person she made an arrangement for was her father. So, Yuki's dad basically laughs it off because he basically was trying to get the money from Yuki to repay the fact that he sent her here to Osaka, and she's practically living off of her own, trying to be independent. And his fears was that she was too gullible and innocent to live independently, and turns out he had no reason to fear, because Majima and Yoda pretty much tailed her here to make sure that nothing bad happened to her. So, with that said, he actually respects Majima and Yoda for that. And then comes Yakuza Kiwami 2. And also Like a Dragon Online. I have no access to that one, but Kiwami 2, yeah, definitely down the line. Anyway, Majima basically had to explain the situation. Well, actually no, Yuki had to explain the situation. Majima just had to understand. And poor Yuki got put under the spot. In fact, he literally gave his blessing to make sure that these two take care of her daughter. Well, his daughter, actually. And they will. They will. I can't believe I said her daughter. I meant to say his daughter. And the 3 of them already bonded. Poor Yuki. She didn't get a word in edgewise. But at least I got CP. And now that everything's set, here is my brigade that is going to be ready, willing, and able to layeth the smacketh down on Club Mars. Hold on. We got to make sure one thing needs to be fixed. The cast on duty. There is something that needs to be changed. Actually, no. Let's keep that. Let's keep that and instead select rival battles. Now, the thing is, you don't have to go to a rival battle immediately. If you feel that your hostess is under level, just keep preparing for business and keep stealing fans from Club Mars. And eventually, you'll have the numbers like I have. And another thing I need to mention, you need to make sure that your ranking when you're battling Club Mars is a C or higher. Otherwise, RNG is going to have this guy kick your ass every single time. I forgot to mention that because of the fact that it wasn't important during the initial run of opening the business. You're just gaining fans and stuff like that in order to actually trigger the rival battle with Club Mars. But with Club Mars, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, and Moon, it is a given that you got to drop their fans and raise your level in those areas up to a C or better in order for you to get not only more customers, but in order for you to actually get more fans than they do, as well as get more money. The more money you get, the easier it is for you to win. And yeah, the higher you raise your rank, the more high-paying customers will get. And here's another thing I gotta mention. While this is going on, and Hino is talking mad shit. If your club is at a high rank, then yeah, you're going to be making much more money when you open business instead of going after rivals. But you're going to still make money after you beat him anyway. So here's the thing about Hino that you need to understand. Hino, as well as the rest of the rivals, will have their own fever bar just like you. If anything, make sure you have the waitresses that you need necessary in order for you to go through Club Mars. See, Club Mars you can actually easily dominate because they prefer girls of different varieties. Now, if you're starting to make money, don't worry about it. It's going to take a while because he's going to start trying to drain cash because, again, he's relying on I. I is going to pretty much bleed him dry. Make sure you get the signals down pat like I'm doing right now. And don't feel overwhelmed when the signals are there. Just pretty much memorize them. And another thing that needs to be mentioned, when you actually get the signals correct, any person that comes in with low mood will end up getting their mood raised immediately, as well as their HP, because this guy is going to start draining all of your money real fast, as well as drain the HP of your girls. It'll come to a point where he will get fever time. Before you activate your fever time, make sure it reaches level 2. His Mars's money rush will start draining all of your girls. But if you keep on making your girls' HP stay high, and of course you're going to get this cutscene if Yuki is at a higher level than 10. Just want to point that out. Same thing with all the rest of the Platinum Hostesses. And you manage to pull out a level 2 fever time like I'm doing right now, yeah, you're going to completely dominate Club Mars as if there's no tomorrow. Whatever you do, also keep an eye out for the customers. I practically got average customers because of the fact that we're at a C rank, so we're barely going to get any poor customers. Now, another thing that needs to be mentioned too, I keep saying other things, but this one's important. Do not give the customers gifts at all. Do not give them gracious thank yous. Praise the girl. Definitely praise the girl because of the fact that, again, as Club Mars gets money, it's draining the HP of all of your girls. Whatever you do, do not give any gifts to anybody. Oh yeah, and by the way, if they happen to ask for long sessions and you give them long sessions, that just makes things a hell of a lot easier. And the more money you get, obviously you'll be able to get yourself another fever to try to outspend money for Club Mars. This right here is a brutal one-sided beatdown. We're already at our quota, and we're just practically making more money. And look at all these smiles. Now, when they're in a high pink, that means you are going to be getting a boatload of money. Make sure, again, you give gracious sends-offs, or you give gifts to your girls. Or not give gifts. No, let me rephrase that. Give praises to your girls. So that way you won't spend money. I just said not to give gifts. That was an idiotic move on my part. So praise your girl to make sure their health is up. And we shall continue the one-sided ass whooping. Send them off or praise the girl, doesn't matter. Because word of mouth will bring you more fans. And we're just going to keep sending the Obitarian to everybody who wants to talk, if she's available. And by the way, there are going to be people who's going to ask for Yuki. And if they do, let me assure you, you give them what they want, if you can. If she's in your lineup, immediately send them to that person. Yeah, this is the first pour I've had in the entirety of this whole money rush. Club battle. My bad. But thanks to the money rush, he went there and lowered some of my girls' HP and took some of their guests. Yeah, that's right. He can actually do that. And if he gets to level 3, his money rush can pretty much take all of your customers. So bear that in mind, which is why I had such a high-level group come in. 9 would suffice, but it's better for you to be at level 10 or higher. So that way you could pretty much curb stomp that little toad into nothing. Which is what I'm doing right now. We only got 43 seconds. I've already made quota. Everything I'm making is just backwashing after pay. Meanwhile, Club Mars just finally made quota. There was nothing he can do. He is defeated. He is beaten. And although this is going to be the first average where they're disappointed, well, they're slightly disappointed, but not disappointed. They're not in the blue, they're in the yellow. If I could get the signal correct, I'll turn that yellow into a pink. If they need help. But chances are that's not going to happen, or that won't be necessary, because it's almost time for business hours to close. And we are just spanking this little toad as if he was nothing. Yep, everybody's extremely happy. Time to get the check. And we're practically running this joint. Again, if you want something this easy, make sure that you rank up your area to rank C or higher, and you will have best results in no time. And also, level up your girls, because you're gonna need them. And all the customers are actually happy, but it's time to call it. And now, let's rub it in his face what kind of disgrace it is. And look at right there. He spent $1,600,000 in gifts. I only had to spend in staff costs. My staff was cheaper than his one girl. So we practically dominated. And everyone got involved. Everybody. Damn, these two tied? Wow. Okay. And Yuki did terribly? Oh, alright, I guess. But yes, we have dominated, and now there is nothing Club Mars can do except for the bow at our feet, because we are the victors. Hey, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You won the stupidest prize of them all, getting run out of town. And so, he's gonna blame his girl for pretty much losing. And I'm gonna have to make a correction. I thought I was gonna get into a fist fight right after Club Mars. No, that's actually every club after Mars. Because they're bigger sore losers than he is. So, with that said, Club Mars has pretty much cut ties with I. And he did not accept defeat. However, we're about to meet the remainder of the 5 stars right here, right now. And, wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. I know this dude is not coming up in here with no damn sandals. Are you serious? One of these guys don't look like the other. This man coming up in here with some damn flip-flops. What the hell you think this is, Florida? Gee, this guy. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna take you down, my friend. You are the first person we're going after, cause how tacky you look. And the guy with the blue and yellow hat is from Club Mercury. This dude with the whack-ass hair is from Club Venus. Poindexter over there is from Club Moon. So I guess the guy in camo with the... Who wears camo with flip-flops? Never mind. I shouldn't be so overly picky about style. God damn it, I'm so angry I almost killed myself in an asthma attack. I'll be right back. I'm back, and sorry, I had to, calm down because, God, this guy's outfit just rubs me the wrong way. I'm gonna take Mr. Camo and flip-flops down in the next part. Seriously, looks like some offbeat millennial. But enough about him. The fact of the matter is, just like with the Finance King, Tsukiyama, who is actually I mispronounced that, it's Tsukiyama, who is actually the owner of Club Moon, is practically going to off the kings one by one if they fail. So, yeah. Or at least cut them loose. It's pretty much far worse as far as for the 5 stars as the 5 billionaires was. So here's the gist. You're going to run into whoever has not been defeated in the 5 stars every time you beat a member of the 5 stars. And whatever club you defeat, their star girl will go into your ranks. Along with the usual warning, or sometimes you will get into a fist fight. I've already mentioned that. But that woman in purple, oh yeah, the woman in purple. God have mercy on my soul. That's all I'm going to tell you. Because when we get to there, we're going to get to there. So, with the defeat of Club Mars, we're not only going to get 300 million yen for our troubles, which is going to probably be spent towards finishing off Komeki and Areshi's training, but also breaking a few blocks, so that way Majima will be a little bit stronger. You'll also have Ai, who now has nowhere to go as a part of your Hostess brigade. On top of the fact that, speaking of styles that needs to be finished, Thug will have, or is it Breaker? I think it's, no, not Thug. No, it's Thug, yes. Thug will have both sides broken. So Thug will pretty much be completely open, and that way, once you get enough money, you can actually start tapping into the 100 million to 1 billion skills. So that way, Majima could be a hell of a lot tougher. And not only that, we also get the CP for dominating Club Mars as well. So far, so good, and it's just 3 parts. I promise you, the other 5 kings are going to be shorter. Much, much shorter. And then there's the mastermind. Worry about that when we get across that building. But for now, what? Okay, that was funny. What you would have said about a cute girl not being played. That's funny. Just making fun of poor Yuki's looks. But you're going to have to train Ai too, so bear that in mind. And it's going to probably be the same thing with Yuki. I'll have Ai train after we're about to take Club Jupiter for all it's worth and put him out of business because of that tacky camouflage or flip-flop thing. God damn, I can't stand that. Anyway, there's another reason why I should be here. There's a thing called office feng shui, or office makeover. No, it's club makeover, sorry. That you happen to get when you're trying to get all the girls for the Cabaret Club Czar. You won't be able to access that until you actually get I in your service. So that's another reason why you need to be Club Mars. And from here on in, now that Yuki is here, you can not only have her available to talk to once you complete all of her training, but you can actually change the interior of the club. And with that said, one of the interiors you actually got to unlock was in fact chocolate. That is the tackiest looking chocolate I have ever seen. I'll change that back when we're about to face Club Jupiter. Anyway, we've got territories we haven't completely gotten yet, because we're going to get Club Mars off of the map. First off, Kano meets. That means more fans, although I have less money. That's okay. That's okay. I could just earn back that money. Next up, it's going to be Izakaya Nemiya. I think I pronounced that correctly. And next up is going to be Salon Rose. And we bought that too. So that is it. Club Mars is finished, done, and out. In the next episode of Cabaret Club Czar, we're going to go after Club Jupiter and his tacky ass camouflage and flip-flops. This is RVMan985. Peace out and take care. Oh right, forgot. Episode 4 will be up next week on Thursday at 5. Now I'm going to sign out.